All right, it's official. Jimmy G was holding back the 49ers.
And when are we going to get to something that I didn't nail months ago?
In one game, Brock Purdy tied Garoppolo's career postseason touchdown total.
That's a remarkable stat.
And they're obviously on that 7-game win streak with Purdy.
Well, yeah, and they're, for the record, they're on an 11-game winning streak overall, but as you mentioned, 7 games with Purdy.
Right.
Yep.
Who should get the most credit for this run? Kyle Shanahan, the defense, or Brock Purdy?
Kyle
He's going to say Shanahan. Yep.
Yeah, it's Kyle Shanahan. I mean, it just flatly is. The defense was amazing in the second half on Saturday. Was not great in the first half.
Right.
I mean, they were, again, we had the Niners in an alternate line minus 16.5.
Right.
They covered it, but they were trailing at halftime. Geno was dealing, and the defense is unbelievable, but has had some spotty moments.
I mean, the flags kind of helped the 49ers. I feel like they got the Seahawks out of there.
So there was one, and the Seahawks center kept going illegally downfield. Right. And there was a spot when it was the Seahawks were driving for a lead, and were driving late in the first half. They were about to have 3rd and short. They had an illegal man downfield, and the very next play they fumble, and the game kind of flips right there. So that's a fair point. But, and Purdy has been excellent. But at this point, you kind of have to ask yourself this question. Do you believe Brock Purdy is the next new age Kurt Warner, that he is a great player that was just totally overlooked and underdrafted? Or do you believe that this offense was a juggernaut waiting to happen once it was unshackled from Jimmy Garoppolo? Because Jimmy Garoppolo has played 6 playoff games. In those 6 playoff games, he has a total of 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a rating of 74, and averages 160 yards per game. He has 1 playoff game with a good passer rating. That playoff game, DeMonze, they only let him throw the ball 8 times. He was 6 for 8 in that game. Brock Purdy, in his first career playoff game, had 4 touchdowns, so matching Jimmy's career total, 0 picks, a 131 rating, and threw for more yards than Jimmy G averaged in 2 playoff games.
He also looks like he's been there before. Like, the guy seems very comfortable.
So this is where the benefit of playing 4 years of big-time college football helps. So Iowa State's not a great program, but they're in the Big 12, so you play big games. He played 4 years there. Right. And so he has played in a lot of games, but it's Shanahan. It's Shanahan's, and it's why Shanahan spent all that draft capital on Trey Lance, because he knew if we ever were to get a great quarterback, we're unbeatable. Unbeatable. And now I don't know what Trey Lance is going to be.
I was about to say, what about Trey Lance's job?
I don't know. I mean, if Purdy gets him to the Super Bowl and doesn't have a dud, I think you probably just have to eat your losses on Trey Lance and trade him for like a 2nd-round pick to a team that liked him coming out of the draft, because it's got to be Purdy.
Right.
Purdy has to be the guy. He's actually cheaper than Trey. They're both incredibly cheap. But because he's a rookie this year, you have him under control longer, all that stuff.
Or
but
they can get Aaron Rodgers.
The Niners?
Yeah, for Trey Lance.
Well, I don't know if that, I don't think that would be the trade, but I also don't think they want Rodgers.
Right.
Right now, Brock Purdy looks better than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much right now. And so to me, Shanahan deserves the credit. And that team is a juggernaut. That team is an absolute juggernaut that you would say it's hard to see anybody beating them, but I saw the Chiefs beat them by 21. So, or 20 or 21, whatever it was. But Shanahan has done a brilliant job. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.